Well, here we go. Boyce is at it again with his hypocrisy. Ever since this battle he got going on with Corey Holcomb, he's been throwing little innuendos and little side comments. So he goes down, he's going in on black men because he's in trouble with Corey Holcomb, and Corey Holcomb's been going in on his marriage and his hypocrisy and the way he's been treating black women and all these different things. So now to run interference, he goes off on a tirade where he was trying to make like a short video, but it kind of went too long. And in this video, like this guy, man, he just comes off as just real effeminate. Let's listen to him go off on black men, and then we'll come right back.
Black men who appear to be the most successful and have the most money are really terrible, terrible fathers. They're terrible husbands. They're not wired to love you. They can't love you because their friends are telling them, oh, you love a woman. If you honor a woman, if you get on your knee for a woman, you a simp. There is no other community. Give me a yes if you understand what I'm talking about. There is no other community where men are called simps because they love a black woman or because they love their woman, period. That makes you look crazy and stupid. In fact, there are white guys marrying black women now. I saw a video today, I kid you not, of a white guy who married a black woman with black children. And in this video, the white guy was clowning black men and saying, you think I can't raise black boys? I raise them better than y'all do. You think I can't love a black woman? I love the woman better than you ever will. And then his black wife comes along and says, you call me a bed wench because I want a man that loves me and my kids? They didn't say it like that, but they literally did a thing where they were cocking a gun, shooting the gun, to say, screw you. I'm just sitting here trying to tell you, this is my appeal to any self-respecting black person listening to this video, that you need to call out the nonsense before the world continues to make you look dumber than we look right now. We are not that stupid. We are not that weak. We are not that pathetic. The world turned you into whatever monstrosity that you become in the public eye. You should not, on any level, endorse the idea of men consistently walking around and claiming that loving their women makes them somehow pathetic. That is dumb. What, am I supposed to be like you sitting around getting high and drunk all day, throwing away my money with kids that hate my guts with 1,000 STDs and a shitty life? Is that what you want for me? I don't want those things for myself. I don't want those things for young black men. I want black men to understand, look, yes, you must have discernment when you pick your women. You can't go laying down with raggedy gold diggers. You can't go around giving your best to every woman that walks by. But when you find that woman that will love you, have your back, and be there for you, then you better show up for her. Because if you don't, somebody else will.
So those of you know that I've been online for years holding black men accountable and talking about black male accountability, but also holding women accountable and talking about black female accountability. Because I talk about the black family for years. My channel, I have pictures of my grandchildren, my children, my wife, all of us, and we talk about the black family. Dr. Boyce Watkins has been a hypocrite for years. He's talked about economics in the family, but he hasn't gave us like an economic blueprint or plan. He always talk about him having a PhD in economics and just all kinds of stuff. But for years there's been women coming out against him saying that he don't pay him. He's been disrespectful to women, from Michi X to Vicky Dillard left, the girl that started the 8-0 situation. She has a bunch of nasty things to say about Boyce. All the way to Boyce always says little sly stuff about, well, this is the educated class, and talks about black men. Now there are black men that call men simps that actually was either paying women for sex or was getting with women that didn't want them at a certain time, and now when they come back with a bunch of baggage, these men get with these women. I was never really called like a simp just for being married, like for having my wife. I had little chumps online here and there say little stuff like that, but that's not the totality of stuff. And then online, this is online stuff. Out there in the streets, there's hundreds of thousands of black couples and black people married and in relationships, living in homes together. They're not online. They're not online really talking trash all day or getting in beefs with people. He only felt compelled to do this because he's embarrassed in his home now. Because now Corey Holcomb is showing videos of him on his knees and his wife looking off the other way, and And then his wedding picture where his wife is looking at Willie D, and they calling Willie D masculine and calling and making fun of him. And now he's saying that him and his wife had to have a conversation. So he's saying that now when you meet that woman, and you meet a good woman, and those of you men don't talk down on women to a point where a white man has to come in now. This is all the stuff he's saying. A white man got to come in now, and the white man's telling the black man that he can raise black boys better than you. And oh man, it's just a bunch of foolishness, just a bunch of hypocrisy. Because he never, ever, ever, ever calls black women out or black women on this stuff, ever. Because he knows that in the black community, just like these pastors, the bread and butter is a lot of women. So you can talk all day. We got an 18th degree black belt and talking about the black man. Yeah, we already know that a lot of black men ain't ish. We know that already. But guess what? We know that the black man is a dog. But like I always say, if the black man is a dog, there's always a woman providing the service. And I always tell you, all you young people 30 and over, come sit down next to Uncle George and I'm going to give you the game. Back in the day, your dad wasn't there. She was running wild and your mama was a whore. It is what it is. She might be saved, sanctified, and delivered under Jesus, washed in the blood now, but 1993, she was a whore. I come out from streets. I keep it all the way 1,000. So if we really want to get to the crux of fixing our community, can we be honest? Can women say, you know what, man, I was wild back in the day, man. The same way they got Glorilla and Sukiyana and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we wasn't broadcasting it because there was no social media, but you was running wild. You was pumps in the bump. You was pop that coochie. You was doing all that. You was don't stop, get it. You was at the Essence Festival. You was at Miami Beach weekend. We was all Cancun. Yeah, doing some strange things for some change, some real wild stuff. Can we be honest? The same way the man was, the woman was too. South Carolina bike weekend, sex on the beach, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so like let's stop the hypocrisy, man. Let's just stop it. Like if we're gonna be for the black community and we're gonna start talking about community dysfunction, not just the dysfunction of our sons or your daddies or your uncles, but we're going to start talking about the totality of the dysfunction within our communities and what we need to do and how can we fix those problems. I'm tired of these charlatans and the hypocrisy, because what you actually do is further divide the community. What I do is I keep it all the way real. We keep it all the way 100, man. And when I look at Boyce is like a socially awkward person that's smart but don't know how to articulate himself. And every time he opens his mouth, he puts his foot in it. He says stupid stuff. Boyce, just shut up, man, and go back to economics or create an economic blueprint for the community, man, and just be quiet. Stop talking. Just stop talking. Because every time you talk, and like I said, right now he's reeling because his wife is embarrassed. His wife is embarrassed because he don't know how to shut his goddamn mouth. Stop talking about black men all the time, man. Worry about your wife. Worry about if your wife is looking at Willie D or she looking at you. Stay off of black men, man. Let's get back to what you do good, the economic stuff. Let's get back to just trying to fix the dysfunction of the black community, man. Because the black man and the black woman in the black community is dysfunction. It's not just one. So leave your comments in the comment section, man. That goddamn Boyce Watkins, man. And remember, subscribe to Street Media TV. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.